Have you ever reached for a handful of nuts thinking, this has to be healthy, only to wonder later if it was actually the best choice for you? It's a simple decision, just a quick snack. But what if I told you that not all nuts are created equal? Especially once we're past 70? Some are little powerhouses of health, keeping your heart strong, your mind sharp, and your body moving. But others, hidden among the healthy ones, can quietly work against you, bringing more harm than good. And most people don't even realize it. Now, you might be thinking, how can something so small make such a big difference? I completely understand. I used to wonder the same thing. That's why I spent hours digging through research, talking with nutrition experts, and reading studies specifically focused on senior health. I did the heavy lifting, so you don't have to. And today, I'm here to share everything with you. Plus, as a little thank you for being here, I've saved a bonus tip at the end of this series. Something so easy to do, yet so powerful, you'll want to start immediately. And if you find this information helpful, I warmly invite you to subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, and share your experiences in the comments. Your voice matters here, and your story might just inspire someone else. So, let's dive in together. Because what you snack on today could mean a longer, healthier tomorrow. Let's begin with a nut that's often called the heart's best friend: almonds. You've probably seen them everywhere, from grocery store shelves to breakfast cereals. But they're more than just trendy. Almonds are packed with monounsaturated fats, the kind that help lower bad cholesterol and raise good cholesterol. If your doctor has ever mentioned your heart or blood pressure, almonds could be one of your simplest allies. Just a small handful, around 23 almonds a day, about 1 ounce, can make a real difference. They're also rich in magnesium, a mineral that supports healthy muscles and steady blood pressure. Two things that become even more precious with each birthday we celebrate. But almonds don't just work inside your body. Their high vitamin E content is a natural protector against the visible signs of aging. Dry skin, fine lines, that dull feeling. Vitamin E helps fight all of it, keeping your skin nourished and resilient. Just imagine waking up with your skin feeling a little softer, looking a little brighter, all from a tiny change in your daily routine. Of course, as with anything good, moderation is key. Almonds are rich in calories, so sticking to about 1 ounce a day is just right. And be cautious about the fancy coated versions. Honey roasted, chocolate covered, yogurt dipped. They often sneak in extra sugars and fats you don't need. And that brings us to another powerhouse nut you might not realize could be your brain's secret weapon: walnuts. If you've ever cracked open a walnut and noticed how much it looks like a tiny brain, it's not just a coincidence. Nature has a funny way of giving us clues, and in the case of walnuts, the resemblance is spot on. They're one of the few nuts packed with omega-3 fatty acids, the healthy fats our brains absolutely love. Omega-3s fight inflammation, improve memory, and may even slow the effects of aging on the brain. After 70, many of us start noticing little slips, forgetting why we walked into a room, struggling to recall a word. It happens to all of us, but the foods we eat can make a difference. Adding just a few walnuts to your day, maybe in your oatmeal, or just a small handful as a snack, can help protect your cognitive health for years to come. Walnuts are also rich in antioxidants that protect against free radicals, those invisible troublemakers that contribute to aging and disease. And they've even been linked to better heart health, making them a double win. Now, as good as almonds and walnuts are, not every nut is a friend. And that's where things get a little tricky, because some nuts, while still natural and wholesome looking, can quietly cause problems, especially for seniors who might be managing blood pressure, heart health, or digestion. One nut to be cautious about is the beloved cashew. Cashews are creamy, delicious, and often seem like the perfect snack. But they're surprisingly high in oxalates, natural compounds that can increase the risk of kidney stones. And if you're someone who's ever been warned by your doctor to watch your kidneys, or even if you haven't but want to stay ahead, it's wise to limit cashew intake. Cashews are also relatively high in carbohydrates compared to other nuts. This means they can cause unexpected blood sugar spikes, especially if eaten in large quantities. If you're managing diabetes or just want to keep your energy steady throughout the day, it's better to enjoy cashews only occasionally and in small portions. The good news is you don't have to give them up completely if you love them. Just be mindful. Maybe instead of a big handful, you savor just a few, combined with other healthier nuts. Now, before we move on to another nut that deserves a second look, let's pause for a moment, because this is really important. After 70, every small decision we make for our health matters even more. It's not about sudden drastic changes. It's about small, loving choices, like reaching for almonds or walnuts and stepping back a little from cashews, that build up over time, like tiny investments in a longer, healthier, happier life. And you deserve that. You deserve to wake up with energy, to feel steady on your feet, to keep your mind clear and sharp for all the beautiful moments ahead. The family gatherings, the quiet walks, the laughter with old friends. It's all still there waiting for you. And sometimes it starts with something as small as choosing the right handful of nuts. Now, let's talk about a surprising one: peanuts. You might be surprised to see them mentioned because they're so common, so familiar, tucked into every pantry and picnic basket. But here's something not everyone knows. Peanuts aren't actually nuts. They're legumes, like beans and lentils. And while they do offer some health benefits, for seniors, they come with a few warnings. Peanuts are prone to contamination with something called aflatoxins, a naturally occurring mold toxin that can cause liver problems over time. Although food safety regulations in the United States are strong and serious contamination is rare, it's something to be aware of, especially as our bodies become more sensitive with age. Choosing high-quality certified organic peanuts can reduce the risk, but even then, moderation is key. Plus, many peanut products, think peanut butter, roasted peanuts, are loaded with added oils, sugars, and salts. These extras can sneakily contribute to high blood pressure, inflammation, and weight gain, issues that are especially important to manage after 70. If you love peanut butter, and I know many of you do, just aim for natural varieties with no added sugar or hydrogenated oils. And keep portions small. About 2 tablespoons is a good guide. As we close out this first part of our journey together, I want you to remember something. It's not about perfection. It's about awareness, about knowing what lifts you up and what quietly weighs you down, about making loving choices for yourself. Not just today, but for all the beautiful tomorrows ahead. When we left off, we talked about how some nuts, like almonds and walnuts, can be strong allies for your heart and brain, while others, like cashews and peanuts, might need a little more caution as we age. And that brings us to another nut that deserves a closer look: pistachios. Now, at first glance, pistachios seem like a smart snack. They're lower in calories compared to many other nuts, and they're packed with fiber and antioxidants. That sounds great, right? And for many seniors, pistachios can actually be a helpful addition to a heart-healthy diet, but only when eaten in their simplest form. The problem comes in with the flavored versions. You know the ones: honey roasted, salted, barbecue, or even wasabi coated. These tempting varieties are often loaded with extra sodium, sugar, and preservatives. And that's not good news for aging blood vessels or blood pressure. Excess salt, especially, can quietly chip away at heart health. High blood pressure is often called the silent killer because it creeps up without obvious symptoms, but it can lead to heart attacks, strokes, and kidney damage over time. So, if you're reaching for pistachios, make sure they're unsalted and preferably roasted without oils. A small handful, about 1 ounce or 49 pistachios, is a safe, satisfying portion. The beauty of pistachios, when enjoyed mindfully, is that they encourage you to slow down. Having to crack open each little shell naturally paces your snacking, making you more aware and less likely to overeat. Sometimes nature knows best. Now, let's turn back to a nut that truly belongs in your daily routine: the humble Brazil nut. Brazil nuts might not be the first nut you think of, but for seniors, they offer something extraordinary: selenium. Selenium is a trace mineral that plays a powerful role in supporting your immune system, your thyroid function, and even protecting against cognitive decline. And here's the kicker: you only need 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day to get your full daily recommended amount of selenium. That's it. Eating too many, though, can lead to too much selenium, which isn't healthy either. So Brazil nuts are a perfect example of the old saying, "a little goes a long way." Adding just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts to your morning routine, maybe with your breakfast or as a mid-morning treat, is a tiny change that could deliver big benefits over time. While we're celebrating the good guys, we also need to shine a light on another nut that may not deserve the glowing reputation it often gets: macadamia nuts. Macadamia nuts are rich, buttery, and beloved by many. But here's the catch: they're extremely high in fats and calories, even compared to other nuts. Now, fats aren't the enemy. Healthy fats are vital for our brains, our hearts, and our joints. But macadamias are so calorie-dense that it's incredibly easy to overdo it without realizing it. Eating too many macadamia nuts, especially if you're not as active as you used to be, can quietly contribute to unwanted weight gain. And as we all know, carrying even a few extra pounds at our age can strain the heart, the joints, and increase the risk for diabetes. That doesn't mean you have to banish macadamia nuts forever. If you love them, enjoy a few, but savor them slowly, like a special treat, not a daily habit. Choose quality over quantity, and always listen to your body. Speaking of special treats, let's swing back to one more shining star among the healthy nuts: pecans. Pecans often get a bad rap because they're associated with sugary pies and decadent holiday treats. But stripped of the extra sugar, plain pecans are a rich source of antioxidants and healthy fats that can help protect your heart and reduce inflammation throughout the body. Inflammation is a big topic in aging health. Many of the chronic diseases we fear most, like arthritis, Alzheimer's, and heart disease, have a root in long-term, low-grade inflammation. That's why foods that help fight it, like pecans, can be such powerful allies. The trick, as always, is to enjoy them raw or dry roasted, without heavy coatings or sugary glazes. Just a small handful can provide heart-loving fats and important vitamins like manganese, which supports bone health. Something especially important as we work to stay strong and independent in our golden years. Now, I know we've been talking a lot about what's inside these nuts, but here's something just as important: how they're prepared. Roasted nuts often seem like the easy choice: crunchy, flavorful, ready to go. But many commercially roasted nuts are heated at high temperatures and oils that can go rancid or create harmful compounds. When possible, it's better to choose raw nuts or dry roasted nuts without added oils. If you love the taste of roasted nuts, you can even roast them gently yourself at home at a lower temperature, around 275 degrees Fahrenheit, to preserve their natural oils and flavors. As we pause here for a moment, I want you to think about something. Every time you reach for a snack, you have a beautiful opportunity. It's not just about filling a hunger gap. It's a chance to nourish your body, to protect your future, to honor the life you've built and the people who love you. Choosing the right handful of nuts isn't about fear. It's about empowerment. It's about making simple, joyful decisions every day that add up to a life that feels full of energy, clarity, and hope. And you are absolutely worth that. By now, you're already seeing just how much power a small handful of nuts can hold, both to help and to harm. It's not about labeling foods as good or bad. It's about making wise, loving choices that support your health in every season of life. And here's the wonderful news: the habits we create today can absolutely strengthen our tomorrows. Even if you've been choosing the wrong snacks for years, it's never too late to make a change that matters. So let's focus now on solutions. Simple shifts you can start today that will protect your heart, sharpen your mind, and keep your energy steady well into the years ahead. First, let's talk about building a smart, senior-friendly snacking routine. One of the easiest and most effective habits you can create is to pre-portion your nuts ahead of time. Instead of grabbing handfuls from a large bag, use small, snack-sized containers, or baggies. Measure out about 1 ounce per serving, roughly the size of a small closed handful. Keeping these ready-to-go portions within reach makes it easier to choose wisely when hunger strikes, and it protects you from the very human temptation to keep munching mindlessly, something we all fall into now and then. Another simple but powerful change is to combine nuts with other healthy foods. Instead of eating nuts alone, pair them with fiber-rich options like fresh fruit or a few slices of crunchy vegetables. The fiber slows digestion, keeps blood sugar stable, and helps you feel full and satisfied longer. Imagine a small bowl with a few almonds, some juicy blueberries, and a few cucumber slices. It's colorful, refreshing, and packed with nutrients your body will love. And if you're someone who enjoys peanut butter or nut butters, here's a little tip. Look for versions with just 2 ingredients, nuts and maybe a tiny pinch of salt. That's it. No added sugars, no hydrogenated oils, no preservatives. A tablespoon of real peanut or almond butter on a slice of whole grain toast makes a beautiful breakfast or mid-morning snack that supports your energy, not drains it. Beyond food choices, this is also a wonderful opportunity to look at lifestyle habits that complement these healthy changes. Staying active is one of the best gifts you can give your body at any age, and it pairs perfectly with good nutrition. Movement doesn't have to mean running marathons or lifting heavy weights. A daily walk, some light gardening, gentle stretching. All these movements help keep your circulation strong, your muscles firm, and your joints flexible. Even just standing up and moving around during television, commercial breaks can make a difference. It's about consistency, not intensity. And while we're talking about staying strong, don't forget the mind. Our brains crave stimulation and connection just like our muscles crave movement. Keep yourself mentally vibrant by learning new things, challenging your memory, and staying socially connected. It can be as simple as calling an old friend, working on a puzzle, or reading a new book. Mental health and physical health are deeply linked. When we feel engaged and connected, we're more likely to make healthy choices for our bodies too. It's a beautiful cycle that nourishes the whole self. Now, speaking of mental well-being, it's important to acknowledge that sometimes, despite our best efforts, feelings of loneliness or anxiety can creep in, especially in our later years. And that's perfectly natural. The good news is that there are powerful, simple ways to lift your spirit and protect your mental health. One of the best strategies is to find small, meaningful ways to stay connected to others. Joining a hobby club, volunteering in your community, or even attending light exercise classes for seniors can open doors to friendship and purpose. And don't underestimate the simple power of reaching out. A phone call, a handwritten letter, a quick visit with a neighbor. These tiny acts of connection can brighten your day and theirs. Taking care of your body is important, but taking care of your heart, your emotional heart, is just as vital. Both kinds of health fuel each other. Now, let's talk about another key part of your self-care plan: regular health checkups. I know doctor visits aren't everyone's favorite thing, but when it comes to staying strong and independent, knowledge is power. Routine checkups, including blood pressure monitoring, blood sugar testing, and kidney function tests, can catch small issues before they become big problems. It's so much easier to manage a health concern early, when you feel strong and capable, than to wait until something catches you by surprise. Seeing your doctor regularly isn't about looking for trouble. It's about partnering with your body, listening to its quiet signals, and honoring the incredible journey it's taken you on. And finally, as we're putting all these pieces together, smart snacking, joyful movement, mental stimulation, social connection, and proactive healthcare, there's one more element that ties it all together: attitude. A positive attitude is not about pretending every day is perfect. It's about choosing hope, choosing gratitude and choosing to focus on what is possible rather than what isn't. It's about waking up each day and saying, "Today I will do something good for myself." Even something small, especially something small, because small changes, practiced daily, have the power to create extraordinary transformations. And you, my friend, are absolutely capable of extraordinary things at 70, 80, 90, and beyond. So the next time you reach for a snack, think of it not just as something to fill the moment, but as a tiny investment in your future. Choose the almonds, the walnuts, the Brazil nuts, the pecans. Be mindful with cashews, peanuts, pistachios, and macadamia nuts. Add movement to your day. Feed your mind new ideas. Nurture your relationships. Listen to your body with care and respect. And carry with you always the beautiful truth that it's never too late to choose health, happiness, and hope. You are stronger than you think. And your best days are not behind you. They're still ahead, waiting to be lived fully and joyfully. As we come to the end of this important conversation, let's take a quiet moment together to reflect on what we've learned. Throughout this journey, we've discovered that something as small as the type of nut you snack on can make a real difference in how you feel today, and how strong, steady, and vibrant you stay for the many years still ahead. We talked about the mighty almonds and walnuts, tiny gifts from nature, rich with heart-healthy fats and brain-boosting power. We saw how just a few Brazil nuts a day can nourish your immune system and protect your mind, and how the humble pecan, free from sugary coatings, can fight the invisible enemies of aging, like inflammation. At the same time, we shined a light on the nuts that ask for a little more caution. Cashews, with their hidden kidney risks and high carbohydrates. Peanuts, easy to love but often hiding added sugars, oils, and sneaky toxins. Pistachios, wonderful when simple, but risky when overly salted or flavored. And macadamias, whose richness can quietly tip the balance if we're not careful. But beyond the facts and advice, I hope what really stays with you is something deeper, something empowering. The realization that you hold so much power in your own hands, that even in the smallest daily choices, you are shaping your future. That health isn't just something that happens to you. It's something you actively build, nurture, and protect, day by day, bite by bite, thought by thought. And it doesn't require perfection. It doesn't require radical changes or harsh diets or overwhelming plans. It simply requires love for yourself, respect for the amazing body that has carried you through so much already, and hope. Hope for a future that is still unfolding, still full of laughter, of memories, of quiet moments under the sun. If there's one thing I want you to take away from today, it's this. You are not powerless. You are not too old. You are not too late. Every healthy choice you make is a powerful step toward the life you deserve. A life of energy, confidence, and joy. And that journey begins right here, right now. If you've been feeling a little tired lately, if you've noticed small changes in your balance, or if your doctor has gently nudged you to watch your heart health or blood sugar, know this: you are not alone. And you have so many beautiful tools available to you. Reach for foods that fuel your future. Make a habit of choosing those nourishing handfuls of almonds, walnuts, pecans, or Brazil nuts. Sip water throughout your day. Move your body with love and care. Engage your mind with curiosity. Reach out to others, even when it feels easier to stay quiet. Show up for your own well-being the way you would for someone you deeply love, because you deserve that same tenderness from yourself. And if you ever feel discouraged, if you ever wonder whether these little changes really matter, I hope you'll remember this moment. And remember that the small steps you take today are planting seeds for a stronger, healthier, more joyful tomorrow. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent, being kind to yourself, and never giving up on the gift of your own life. So today, let's make a promise to choose health, to choose vitality, to choose to keep growing, keep laughing, and keep living fully with both hands open to the future. If this video has inspired you, even just a little, I warmly invite you to take action. Hit the subscribe button so you can continue receiving encouragement, tips, and powerful lessons on how to make every year your best year. Leave a comment below, share your thoughts, your experiences, your favorite healthy snack. Your story could lift someone else's heart today. And if you know someone, a friend, a sibling, a neighbor, who might need a little encouragement too, feel free to share this video with them. Sometimes, one small conversation can change a life. Thank you, truly, for spending this time with me. Thank you for investing in yourself. Thank you for believing, as I do, that your best days are still ahead. Stay strong, stay hopeful, stay kind to yourself. And remember, it's never too late to choose a healthier, happier, more vibrant life. Until next time, take care, keep shining, and keep moving forward with love. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're building a beautiful community here, and I would be honored to have you as part of it. See you soon.